Senator Murkowski, you've reintroduced your School Accountability Improvements Act today. What does this bill intend to accomplish?
When we advanced No Child Left Behind some years ago, the intention behind that legislation was to bring about accountability within the schools. We have recognized that NCLB needs some changes. And so in the last Congress, I introduced legislation. I have now reintroduced it. It's designed to do several things. It addresses the issue of highly qualified teachers and how we can provide for a level of flexibility, particularly out in our rural areas where we have teachers teaching multiple subjects. We make sure that we are providing incentives for our schools and for our children, and making sure that we're operating off of a growth model for terms of measurement of accountability. We have a parent piece included in this that ensures that the parents are part of the process as well. We make sure that the incentives within No Child Left Behind are in the right order. Right now, as the law is currently drafted, a school would be required to provide for transportation to an alternate school before they are required to introduce tutoring within the schools if it's been designated as failing in certain areas. This is the wrong priority. So what we've done is we have gone back to the original act. We've looked to how we can make improvements. We've listened to educators, administrators, parents, and taken their suggestions and are trying to recraft this education bill so that it's workable for children all across the country.
Senator, are these the only problems you believe need to be solved in NCLB?
Well, I think it's fair to say that there have been many areas within No Child Left Behind that need to be addressed. What I have chosen to do in my legislation is highlight a few key areas, those areas where we hear most from Alaskans about the concerns and just the inability to do within the law what was initially intended. So whether it's the highly qualified teacher, whether it's the growth model, whether it's reprioritization of the sticks that are out there within the law, we're trying to address the concerns that have been raised most often to us, and again, to provide for Alaskan students' needs.
Senator, when do you anticipate this legislation being taken up or enacted?
Well, as everyone is full aware, the HELP Committee, the Health, Education, Labor, Pensions Committee, is quite busy right now as we try to advance some meaningful health reform. So it's not likely that we will take up NCLB or reauthorization for probably quite some time in this legislative process. What I would look to do is to introduce this legislation now, and if it's possible to advance it on other education legislation, perhaps move it in that manner. But I don't think folks should be holding their breath that something's going to happen in the next month or so.
Senator, what is your reaction to the action taken by the Ninth Circuit today regarding the Kensington mine?
I'm pleased that the last impediment to moving forward with the Kensington mine has been lifted. It's been removed, and we can move forward with a project that has been demonstrated, ready to go. We need to work to fully advance the permits through the Corps. Some of that timeline has slipped because of the litigation that has been underway, but I am pleased that we will finally advance a project that will provide for good paying jobs for hundreds of individuals and their families in the Juneau and in the southeastern region.